Phyto friends, let's get a little natural.
So how'd you like that jazzy intro? All those colors there are because our next topic is about the colors of nature. In fact, it's about the colors that help to give us good health. Shall we? We're going to talk about phytonutrients today. And phyto actually can be broken down. The word phyto means literally nutrition in plants because phyla means plants. And specifically, our nutrition from plants comes from the natural colors in them. These natural colors, we're going to break down a little bit for you here, and those are powerful enhancers of health.
What we're going to do is break this down in a little more detail, show you some of those phytonutrients that you may have heard about in things that you've read or seen on TV. And the first one is called catechins. Catechins are found in green tea. We've all heard about the benefits of green tea, and there are many other phytonutrients that are contained within it. But catechins are one that have been focused on in some of the research, and it has been found that catechins can help to reduce our chance of having cancer. There was a study done that looked at men who were drinking a lot of green tea, and what they found was this actually led to a reduction in their body fat. So they actually had less fat on their bodies, and it also was able to help improve their bad version of their LDL cholesterol. There are other benefits of the catechins, and one of the things you may not know is there was a study done that showed that catechins can actually help us fight off the flu. Now that's kind of a little different take on the subject, but it actually helps to improve our immune system. It also has been shown in studies with women to reduce the chance of breast cancer by up to 22%. Now wouldn't it be great to lower our chances of having breast cancer rather than waiting until we have it and going through the treatments that we have to have? In men, so not to leave them out, they've also done studies with green tea that have shown that it can actually help reduce your chance of prostate cancer by up to 48%. And that's pretty significant when you consider how common prostate cancer really is.
So our next phytonutrient is glucosinolates. It's a little tough to say, it's kind of a mouthful, but it's very important because it's probably associated with the most powerful type of food that we can have, and that's the cruciferous vegetables. They are healthy from many standpoints. They include Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale, broccoli, and a few more. Kohlrabi.
Kohlrabi is one of my favorites.
And they are what sometimes make people not like those vegetables. They are what give the vegetables their sharp odor and their strong flavor. When you cook these I told you it's a mouthful, glucosinolates, they change into other chemicals, and it's those chemicals that are thought to stop the development and growth of cancers.
The doorbell.
I know.
Okay.
I'm skipping it.
Okay. Now your eye doctor may have mentioned a vitamin or nutrient called lutein and zeaxanthin. Now these are nutrients that are actually very beneficial for our eyes, and we find them in things that are yellow and green, like eggs, the green leafy vegetables, and surprise, those cruciferous vegetables. What they are able to do is help to prevent some of the oxidation that occurs within our lens, which creates that cloudiness that makes it harder for us to see. And therefore, if we eat our veggies, we may actually not get cataracts.
Here's a gorgeous one. Look at the beautiful colors on this particular screen now. Look at the tomatoes, the red of the watermelon, and picture slicing open that juicy grapefruit and seeing the pink inside. These are because you are now looking at the phytonutrient called lycopene. It is very important in that, like Nancy's last phytonutrient, it actually helps also decrease your chances of prostate cancer and also decrease your chances of heart disease.
Now look at those berries. Don't they look delicious? Quercetin is one of my favorite phytonutrients. I like to say it because it kind of sounds cool. Plus, it's found in some of my favorite fruits and vegetables. You can find quercetin in apples and berries, kale, and even in onions. Now, the importance of quercetin is that it actually can help reduce inflammation in the body, which we know underlies many different illnesses. And so if we eat a lot of these phytonutrients, specifically these with the quercetin, we're already naturally reducing our inflammation without things like ibuprofen or naproxen. And I'll tell you what, I would rather take a handful of berries than a handful of pills. Wouldn't you?
So you got to see Nancy's favorite phytonutrient, which has the purples in. Now you're looking at mine. It's called Resveratrol, and it's found in a lot of the purple things like grapes, grape juice, wine, blueberries, and it also has antioxidant, meaning it helps to gather up and neutralize the chemicals that go around in your body as a result of metabolism, and those are the ones that are actually considered waste. Also, anti-inflammatory properties. So you have a couple other options when you don't want to take the ibuprofen. Anything with purple in, as long as it's from nature, is probably going to be very helpful for those things.
Now there are many, many more phytonutrients, and they're discovering more all the time. They've been looking at them in more detail to really try to harness some of the power that these phytonutrients have in helping us and in helping our DNA to actually turn on or turn off when it's supposed to, down at our gene level. And so we have a listing there of many different kinds, but again there are many more. So depending on the colors, depends on the types of nutrients that we're getting. So the more colors you eat, the more benefit you'll actually get.
And the more varied colors also. And as you recall, in your guidebook it will tell you that the ideal goal is 1 to 2 servings of each of those different colors in order to really try to maximize your health.
So phytonutrients actually are so beneficial for us that they help to optimize the way that our cells work within our body. They allow the cells to be able to communicate with one another so things move more seamlessly throughout our bodies. And we've already talked about those benefits of reducing inflammation. And as we've said before, inflammation is one of the causes of many of our diseases when it goes unabated. So let's get that under control with those phytonutrients, and let's eat as many colors as we can.